Hello? Hello? Hey Jaden, can you hear me? Alright, cool. Although it seems I'm also hearing myself whenever I speak. Uh, okay, here, maybe if I mute cause I also have the actual stream, what you're seeing, uh, open, so maybe if I mute it, I won't hear myself. Okay, good, so you can see me. Um, and hear me. So, do you know how to get the chat open how do I see the chat while I have the how while I have Dark Souls up on the screen? Cause if I want to see what you're saying in chat, I need to like Alt Tab out of Dark Souls. Um, I only have the one screen here. So you mean if I set up a second monitor? Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if I can just play this in a window, and that way I'd be able to like have the chat on one side of the window. Because while I'm playing, I want to be able to communicate with you as well, like you do whenever um you're streaming like Resident Evil and you're able to see the chat. Not in here. Steam. Uh, Game. Use big picture overlay when using Steam controller from a desktop. Screenshots. Music. What browser? Broadcasting. Broadcasting, maybe that's it. Huh. Headset microphone. Let's see. I'm just Googling how to play Dark Souls in windowed mode. Hmm. It says that in order to play Dark Souls in windowed mode, you have to install something called DSFix, which is a program that I've heard of before. Um, I just don't want to waste your time while I'm like looking up DSFix and installing it and everything. Uh, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not wasting your time. Um, I do have a second monitor over in the corner. Maybe I can just figure out how to set it up, and then I'd be able to see your chat at the same time. I've never set up a computer to have two monitors before. Okay, hey Jaden, are you there? I don't have the cables necessary in order to hook up another monitor. It's a bit too complicated, so if we wanted to communicate, I figured maybe the best way would be just for all of us to go into a Discord server or something like that. What do you think? No, I don't have a cell phone. Everyone has a cell phone, but I've just never really been into them at all. Hello? Well, okay, everyone. So I don't really know how to see. I've tried to figure out a bunch of different solutions in order to see the chat window uh in YouTube at the same time as I'm on, the game screen that's up in the video right now. But the best solution that I've been able to figure out is for me just to, be in the game screen window the whole time, and on Discord, go to the B Movie Meme Hub Vocal Boys chat channel, and just talk to everyone, through voice chat that way. Um, Probably in the future, if I do another stream, I'll be able to, like go to the store and maybe, buy a second monitor that I can connect to my computer, or, install DS Fix so that I can look at the so that I can look at the text chat window uh, and the game window at the same time. But for this stream, this is the best that I'm able to do. So, uh, if anyone can go to the Vocal Boys chat room in at the B Movie Meme Hub, and you want to talk to me there, that's how you can do it. If anyone else asks the question in the chat room, maybe you can direct them there for me. And so now I'm going to just, maximize the game screen again, so I won't be able to see anything that you put in the chat window unless I alt tab out of it, and I won't be able to do that the whole time. Uh, so yeah, if you want to talk, just I guess the just go to that voice chat room and talk to me there. Uh, so yeah, I'm going to maximize the game screen now and just start playing. All right. So, here we are in Dark Souls. This is Hello, I'm KageMinowara. This is my first ever stream. If you in the future, if you're watching this now, in the future you will be able to say, I was there for his first ever stream in the future when I become, a famous multimillionaire YouTuber. You know. So, uh, I'm also going to be playing with a Steam controller rather than my keyboard because I am playing on PC. Uh, Come on, why won't this? Come on, work, dang it. What the? I just put new batteries into this goddamn thing. It's not working. Oh, nothing is going right. Come on, come on. Uh, I probably shouldn't have, gone on that whole rant about being here for my first stream and, being a famous YouTuber in the future because nothing is fucking going right. God damn it. Okay, maybe I need to quit out of the damn thing and open it up with my... Come on, open, open. I've just changed the goddamn batteries on this thing. Why are you not working? Oh boy, this... Oh, wait, wait, wait. Maybe it's because I haven't... Okay, I think I figured out the problem. Okay, I need to connect... Okay, yeah, the thing that picks up the signal is... It is... Okay, yeah, okay, the thing that picked up the signal of the Steam controller is not plugged in, and that is why the controller is not working. So I just have to plug that in. Just there. Okay. Okay, maybe now the goddamn thing will work. Okay, yes, it has turned on. Fantastic, fantastic. All right. All right. Let's play some Dark Souls. Let's play some Dark Souls. This game uses an autosave function. Last yeah. Bandai Namco. Or Bamco. From software, go from. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna Alt-Tab out again to ask a... Oh, great, now I'm stuck in this goddamn big picture YouTube thing. Out of the friggin' library. This big picture. Okay, I've just Alt-Tabbed out of the game again so I can see the text tab window again. Can everyone hear what I'm saying through voice chat all right? Is everyone able to hear that properly? It doesn't sound like I'm mumbling or anything. I suppose there's also a delay on, my voice getting into the stream, so it'll be a little while before people can respond. Okay, good, I'm good. Jaden said I'm good. All right. So, back to Dark Souls. All right. New game. Okay. Okay. So, have to create a character. So, male. My class will be Knight. Knight is my favorite class. And I'm going to use the name that I usually use for my paladin characters. Nope. Jaden, is that you? Wait, Wesker's a girl. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. It is you, Jaden, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. People on. Wait, can people on YouTube hear when I'm hear when you say stuff, or are they just hearing what I'm saying and think I'm like a crazy person talking to a ghost or something? Uh, okay, so like usual, everyone around me thinks I'm just crazy. Great. Okay, so nope. Yep, starting a whole new character. Well, actually, this is the name of the character that I used when I first played Dark Souls for the first time ever on my PS3, but I never actually finished that game. So I wait, why hasn't it appeared? Come on. Uh, oh, for great! Now something else is going wrong with the goddamn thing. Oh Jesus, something's bloody wrong with it. The controller isn't responding. Crap. Tanis, Sun, Tanis Sunblade, the fearless paladin. Yeah, there we go. Gift. And I'm going to choose the old riches ring because I want to save Solaire. And I've actually developed a bit of a backstory about this. Before he became undead, this my character, the knight, rode into a village where an old woman was about to be burned at the stake as a witch, and he saved her. And so, as thanks, this witch gave him this ring uh, as a present. That's just a little bit of backstory that I've, you know, come up surrounding why I have this item. Face, a store noble, hair, parted center, color is red. Yep. Okay. And start. I absolutely love this intro. They came and found the souls of lords within the flame. That's my favorite line. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is your fate. What the hell? Hey, Oscar, what's up? Demon on the roof! Ah! If anyone gets that reference, you're awesome. Okay, alright. Northern Undead Asylum. Okay, so during this playthrough, I'm I'm going to try and shut up during the cutscenes. And also, one thing that I'm going to do is whenever we come across an item description, I'm going to try and read it. If you're unfamiliar with Dark Souls and just the Souls series, one very important thing you need in order to understand the lore and the story is to read the item descriptions. That is where most of the story is. Oh, hold on. I'm just going to turn the sound down a little bit. Options. Uh, um, hey, Jaden. I couldn't hear you very well because the sound was all the way up. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Jaden just said that the sound on the stream is kind of low, so I guess maybe I need to turn it up again. Uh, oh, on oh, okay, so there's black marks on the right side of the screen over here. Can you see where I'm pointing with my mouse? Oh, shoot. Um, huh. Hmm. I wonder if it's okay. Yeah, I can see that the I just alt tabbed out of the game and went to the window that's showing what everyone else who's watching the stream is seeing, and yeah, there's a black bar. Sorry everyone, I've never streamed before, and so there's going I'm while I'm doing this, I'm trying to sort out a lot of technical issues. Um, Jaden, are you familiar with OBS at all? How do I move the screen over? Okay, yeah, I see the canvas now. Okay, so is it okay, so it's the screen is centered now? Okay, awesome. Um, The thing about the sound is that although it's doesn't sound very loud in the YouTube window, I'm wearing headphones and it does sound very loud in those. I wonder if there's a way I can. Oh, maybe I can just lower the volume of my headphones. Duh. How's that sound at 8? How's the sound now? Uh, okay, I'll just. Okay, I've set everything up to max. How's that? Huh. Um, Maybe if I increase the. Pardon? M What's muted? The game volume. Would that be the desktop audio? No, it says filters, properties. No, that's not it. It's not muted. It's at I think it's at the same settings that my microphone is. Um, oh, I can see that there are like 3 people watching me. All right. Although I wonder if I'm one of those people. Hmm. Well, I can see Gian, Papoto, and Weskers in the stream. Hi, you two. Welcome. Thanks for watching my first ever stream. Sorry you have to deal with all this technical crap. Uh, I'll just keep moving my mouse up and down to see if anything changes in terms of sound. Maybe if I turn the what? Okay. Hmm. Oh, you heard it? I have all the sound settings on max. Huh. Um. Okay. Although one problem is that with the sound so high is that I can hear the sound that the game is making is means that it's hard to hear what you're saying in voice chat. Okay. All right. So here we go to play the game. All right. Now, dungeon cell key. Uh, Key to the dungeon of the Undead Asylum in the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and on its person was this key. Who was this knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. Okay, here we are. Hey there, old chap. I'd get you out of there if I could, although you would probably still kill me. Right stick, camera controls. Another poor soul stuck in a cell. Attack. Oh, does he not look miserable? And, oh my god, a giant demon. I will just walk on past and pray that he does not notice me. Oh boy, this fellow right here seems to be in quite a bad way. Although, if the undead can resurrect themselves, what is he still doing up here? Like, why hasn't he reformed at the bonfire? Strange. Strong attack! Oh. Hey, man. Left stick, hold B equals dash. And this is RS, target lock. And up, 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 up we go. Well, don't I look pretty? Rest at bonfire. Recover HP. Rest at bonfire. Take a load off. Alright. And we open the door. Alright. A seemingly harmless looking room. But if we look up, we can see the asylum demon waiting to just, jump down and pound us into oblivion. That's something I learned from watching Epic Name Bros videos. Wait, Jaden, have you never heard of Epic Name Bro? Oh, he is like the Epic Name Bro is like the Dark Souls YouTuber. He played the game when it first came out in Japan in 2011, even before it came out in the West. And he is like the person who has done one of the people who's done like the most work in just like talking about Dark Souls and playing Dark Souls and showing it to the community of the people. It wouldn't be nearly as popular as it is if it weren't for him. Okay, get away! Ah! 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 Oh. Oh. And now that I'm here, he can't get me. Now, it is possible with this broken sword hilt I have to fight that guy and win. And if you do, you get a really awesome weapon called the Demon Hammer. But it is really, really hard, and I just do not have the patience to do that today. So, on we go. Bonfire lit. Get your shield! Why? Because this asshole is shooting arrows at me. Tower Kite Shield. And this is like probably the best starter shield you can get. Tower Kite Shield. Medium metal shield decorated with a tower. the symbol of protection, a standard, widely used shield. And this is probably one of the best shields that you can start with because it blocks 100% of physical damage. Not all shields block 100% of the damage. Some shields will block, just 70% or 50%, but this blocks 100%. So if you're blocking with shield, you won't be hurt, which makes it a very good shield. And all right, and arms. That tells you how to change equipment. And with left shield equip, guard, like that. So I'll go out here, raise my shield, and the arrow bounces off. And as any archer does when he's confronted by a melee weapon-wielding person, he runs away. So, and I pick up my broadsword. Another advantage that the knight has is that it also gets the broadsword, which is it's just a very good starting weapon. Not amazing, but fairly solid. Sorry about that, old chap, but if you're going to be shooting arrows at someone, you have to expect these sort of things. And here we are through the white light is actually a holdover from Demon Souls. I've never played Demon Souls, but the fog. Oh no, I've never played Demon Souls. No. Oh, you have played Demon Souls, Jay? Oh. And through this door, we can see the fellow who dropped that key to let us out of our cell. This man's name is Oscar of Astora. An awesome dude. He used to have a lot more backstory, but unfortunately they cut most of that out in the final game. B equals backstep, so you can jump back from an attack. And left stick plus B equals roll. And unfortunately, one of the downsides of being the knight is that if you have a lot of armor on, you will roll, very clumsily and slowly like this. However, if I take all this heavy armor off, I will roll in a much more nimble manner. There's an item up here that I cannot get to. Nope. But I will be able to get it later on. Nope. Dead end. Yep. This is a dead end. So, onward we clank. We open this door, and we're back in the courtyard with the bonfire. The only way to go is this way. And if you look up there, you can see that there's something spherical up there, and it would probably be more in character to just allow myself to be hit by that ball, but I've I've just seen it too many times. I'm not going to get in its way. So that opens up a portal here to speak with good old Oscar of Astora. Nope. Oh dear. Sure, man. What have you got to say? What do you want? Farewell, sir. And as we leave, alas, he is dead. Uh, in spite of the fact that he is a fictional character, the fact that he dies and there is no way to save him kind of bums me out. Farewell, good Sir Oscar. Right. So we sit here. There. And now we have a key and an Estus flask. Estus flask. Estus flask. The undead treasure. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the firekeepers. The dark tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame, and dies to protect it further. And key to the Undead Asylum F2 East key. Key to the iron bars on the east side of the second floor of the North Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison, segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell, passage to the outside world would not be gained easily. Alright, so we have a shield, we have a decent weapon. Now let's go and face this giant demon. Locked by some contraption. So, we can't get through this way. Gotta find another way around. And so, the only way to go is up these stairs. And here we meet the unkind fellow who pushed that large ball down at us. And we use the Undead Asylum F2 key. Wield. Press Y to wield one's right-hand weapon two-handed. So here I press Y, and this allows me to wield my weapon with two hands, which makes for a stronger strike that does more damage than one-handed. However, I want to keep using my shield. And left stick plus RB equals kick. And left stick plus RT equals jump attack. However, currently I'm using a Steam controller, which has an additional 2 buttons. So instead of having to press the left stick forward and the right bumper, I just have to press this other button to kick and to jump attack, which makes performing those 2 actions far easier. Resting at the bonfire revives enemies, which it does. Sorry, what was that? Sorry, you said on that note I'm going to... Oh, you're off? Okay. Alright. See ya. And another arrow trap. And here we have hold RB, right bumper whilst falling to perform a plunging attack. And I'll show you an example of that just in a moment. And hit RB while behind an enemy for a critical hit. And this is about parrying, and after you parry an enemy, you can riposte. So I'll try to show an example of that. I'm not all that great at parrying. Come on, old chap. Ah. To hell with this. I'm just going to kill this guy. See, I am not all that good at parrying. This door is locked. Okay, so there's only one way forward then. And that is through the white light. And there's the demon. Oh! Alright, get behind him. That's the key to this fight, is to stay behind them. Whoa! Okay. Oh! Oh, I'm hit. I'm hit. Heal. Oh. Ow. Run away. Run away. Oh! And victory! Victory achieved. And I received the big pilgrim's key and a humanity. So let's take a look at those. Big pilgrim's key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. Humanity. Humanity. A rare, tiny, black sprite found on corpses. Used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity that we hold within ourselves? And just one thing now that the well, maybe it would just be better for me to turn down my headphones. Okay, yeah, now the sound is a bit more manageable level. And we use the big pilgrim's key to open the hall door. And for the first time, we can get an idea of just exactly where we are. We appear to be in a valley surrounded by Himalaya-sized mountains. Right. It's a rather odd place to have gravestones, but try humanity. Hello? Snuggly? Are you there? Snuggly's not here right now. But look at this place. Is this not just a beautiful image? It's absolutely breathtaking. Bleak. But I would absolutely love to someday see in real life a site like this. I'd probably have to go to the Himalayas or the Alps or some such. Whew, it's a long way down. And meanwhile, over here, we find some poor soul who managed to escape the building, but then it seems he gave up and perished here. But the soul of and on him is the soul of a lost undead. Soul of a lost undead. The soul of a lost hollow who has long ago gone. The soul of an undead who has long ago gone hollow. Used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Try jumping. No. You'll find facetious comments like that all on the edges of cliffs all throughout the world of Lordran. Good luck. Thank you, sir. Praise the sun! Yes, yes, praise the sun. As a knight, but also a paladin, I will be praising the sun many, many times throughout this game. And in spite of the bleakness of this place, it also feels very peaceful, very serene. The perfect place for a monastery. Probably why the monks who built this place before it became an asylum built it here just for the peaceful and serene nature of the place. Very suitable for a lifetime of contemplation. And now, this is the only way we can go, but it seems that this place over here is nothing but a dead end. Well, maybe I can walk up here and get a better idea of how to get out of this place. Oh, nice birdie. I'm tempted to make the joke here of, oh, Lordran, what a creative name for the land of lords, but it's something everyone's already done before me, so meh. Thanks for the ride. In Lordran, level up and kindle at bonfires. And here we are at the famous Firelink Shrine. Oh, you know I've played this game before. Never finished it, but I have played it, and I always find Firelink Shrine to be a peaceful place, soothing, calming place. So, all right. So we sit here. We can level up using our souls. And I'd like to level up right now, specifically to use those 100 souls that Oscar of Astora gave me right after he died. And I'd like to use them specifically because I don't know. It sort of feels that if I do use them and incorporate them into myself, it feels as though I'm carrying him or a piece of him with me throughout my adventure. And in this way, he's not completely gone, but he's there, uh, assisting me, supporting me throughout my adventure. So, what shall we put this into? Uh, I'll, I want Oscar to be a source of, and his souls to be a source of strength, so I will put them into strength, and, the faith. Faith and, vitality. Always 3 good stats for a paladin to have. Around and someone to talk to. And being is that we've been locked in the cell for who knows how many years, it would be delightful to finally have someone to talk to. Greetings, friend. Indeed, I am. I don't know, man. Have you ever been to the Under Asylum? And it wouldn't be Dark Souls without creepy laughter. You noticed that, did you? Of course not. Hmm. Oh, of course, it's okay. It's okay to go out and pillage someone's humanity, so long as it isn't you. Is that it? Hmm. Hmm. Eh, yes. And what he says is true. You have to ring the two bells of awakening in order to progress. And one's way up there, up in uh, up in the undead parish, and the other is way down somewhere below this location in Blighttown. Anything else to say, old chap? I want company. Talk to me. Fine, Mr. Antisocial. Another 3 more pieces of humanity. Fantastic. Well, I suspect that my character is quite tired of being hollow all this time. I can't imagine that being hollow feels very pleasant. So, I'll pop a humanity and use it to reverse my hollowed status. Oh, there. And now, if I take off my helmet, we can see I'm pretty again. Yay. I'm a decent looking chap now, ain't I? Yes. What's this say? Oh. What's this message say here? Praise the sun! Yes. Everyone, let's praise the sun. Alright, so I have escaped the asylum and managed to find my way to Lordran, the land of the gods. So, now what? Do I want to go for the Bell of Awakening up in the Undead Parish or the one in Blighttown? And generally, I think, and one of the interesting things about Dark Souls is that it's there are multiple ways in which you can pass through the game. It's not linear where you have to go from point A to point B to point C. There are a number of different ways to progress through the game. I can go this way, which leads up into the Undead Burg, and from the Undead Burg to the Undead Parish. I can go down this way, which leads to a rather frightening place called New Londo, filled with ghosts. Yes. And over here, and through the water, and through this door over here, I can go down to the realm of the dead, the domain of Lord Nato, the skeleton guy we saw in the intro, which is called the Catacombs. And so right away there, those are 3 completely different paths that you can choose to take. Now, over here, we have Graveyard. You can see down here there are bones and weapons and such strewn about. And over here as well. Oh, a bloodstain. How did this fellow die? It appears that he was killed. He was fighting someone or something and was killed. But, what could he possibly have been fighting? I don't see anything. And as we walk forward, skeletons! Ah! Alright, chaps. You want to fight? Let's fight. Yes. Ooh. And... and... And while fighting these fellows, you want to stay up here on the stairs. So you can, I believe the term is hot gates them. You can, Oop, I'm starting to... Oh! Oh... I get the feeling that that was how that fellow I saw on the Bloodspot died. Quite easy to die in this game. Even the basic enemies could easily kill you. But when you're playing the game, don't let that get you down. In modern games, we're conditioned to think that death or losing is an absolutely horrible thing, something to be avoided at all costs. But one of the things that makes Dark Souls different from a lot of other modern games is that in order to be good at it, you need to take in the fact that death doesn't matter. And when you're able to absorb that idea that, death is just part of the experience, and if you die, you just say, well, that happened, and keep on trucking, as it were, you start to do far better. Which is a good thing, I think. It's a healthy attitude to have. Oh. So now, before I head forward on one of the 3 pathways, I want to try and find all the treasure that's available here. I want to gather all the resources I can find to assist me in my quest. So let's see what's over here. And this message here is telling you how to use gestures. And see here, you press what I suppose would be the select button on a PlayStation controller. And you have this menu of different gestures. Hello. And prayer. Very, prayer, very appropriate for a paladin such as I. Now, greetings. What, you don't want to talk to me? Oh, well, that's reassuring. Oh, well, thank you, sir. It's not much, but I appreciate it. I truly do. Yes, yes, I would like to know miracles. As a paladin who shall be going down the strength faith route, I think, I would like to learn miracles, yes. And being as I am a knight, I already start in his covenant. Hmm, see, I can shrug. Oh. Hmm. Anything else to say? Hmm. Well, that sounds like a noble mission. I don't have 800 souls. Eh, And he has items for purchase, a number of different miracles. Yes. I'd like a few of these, specifically heal. That would increase my ability to heal beyond just 10 Estus flasks and talismans. And talismans are the items that you need in order to perform miracles. For in magic, you need certain items in order to perform them. With magic, you need catalyst. With pyromancy, you need your flame hand, and with miracles, you need a talisman of some sort. However, I currently have 0 souls and am unable to purchase anything from him, so we'll have to come back later. Well, farewell. And being a Zelda fan, I just can't let these pots get away unsmashed. Oh, I remember in back when I was a child and I played Ocarina of Time when it first came out. One of the things that I most loved to do was go into that guardhouse in Hyrule Town with all the pots and just smash every one of them, then go back out and smash and come back in and smash them again and again, and fantastic fun. Hmm. soul of a lost undead. And, I forgot to read that copper coin he gave me. Oh, copper coin. Coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McLoife, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lortran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. So if he's given that to me, does that mean Petrus of Thurlan doesn't want to return to the outside world? I don't know. Are there any other items that I can read? Wait, did I read the broadsword? Well, it doesn't say all that much. The straight sword hilt, slightly better than one's bare hands, not even recommended for extensive use. Yes, the sword hilt is practically worthless as a weapon. However, the straight sword hilt does, in fact, have a purpose later on in the game, and so I will be keeping it around. And eventually, hopefully, once I get to that point, I'll be able to show you what that purpose is. Oh, and I haven't read my armor either. Helm of a Rower-Lank Knight. Despite the thin metal used, the groove texture gives it added protection. The armor of a lower rank knight. Okay, so it says the same thing for each piece of armor. And the old witch's ring. An old ring from an old witch, engraved minutely with indecipherable script, but seemingly useless. All right. So that's everything up here. And over here, strange. And we look downwards, we can see there is a floor which leads this way. Over here, we find treasure. And despite the fact that I am a knight and a paladin, I always appreciate treasure. A homeward bone. 6 homeward bones, to be precise. A morning star and a free talisman. So we didn't need to buy a talisman from old Petrus. And a cracked red eye orb. Cracked red eye orb. Cracked red eye orb. Online play item. Invade another world. Hollows cannot use this. Okay, so you can't use this if you're hollowed out. You have to be human. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire humanity. The cracked red eye orb allows players to temporarily initiate. Cracked red eye orb. The cracked red eye orb allows players to temporarily. It says imitate. I was reading that wrong. To imitate this ability normally limited to the dark rays of Cath. Homeward bone. Homeward bone. Bone fragment reduced to soft white ash. To white ash. Return to the last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfires enchants their bones with homeward instinct. We also received a Morning Star, another excellent weapon used by paladins. Typically used by paladins. Morning Star, weapon type hammer, attack type thrust. Weapons with a sharp spike upon its pommel? Upon its pommel? The pommel, I think it means sharp spikes upon its head. The pommel is an entirely different thing. Uniquely, this hammer inflicts thrust damage and causes bleeding. Here we have the talisman. Weapon type talisman, attack type strike. A medium for casting miracles of the gods. Standard talisman used by common believers. Equip the talisman to cast miracles and attune miracles from a scroll at a bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. Right. Now, one thing that this here Morning Star, I'll equip this talisman as well. Yeah. Yeah, you see this Morning Star. At the one end, it has the ball with the spikes on it, and that is the head of the Morning Star. Well, at the other end is the pommel, and technically that would be the pommel of the Morning Star, which is used to counterbalance the weapon. It allows the weapon to be more easily swung. But that smaller ball on the opposite end, that is the pommel, and as we can see, there are no spikes on it. So I suppose this was just a mistranslation. Miyazaki, the fellow who wrote it, I suppose he misinterpreted what the pommel was. We have one last chest over here. Some Lloyd's talismans. Lloyd's talisman. Talisman utilized by All-Father Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are cursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight them with impunity. And the main use of this talisman is in PvP. If you throw it at someone and hit them, it will prevent them from using their Estus Flask to heal from a short time. It can be quite useful. And I'll equip this to Lloyd's talisman. And anything else no. There. Now, one of the things that the Morning Star I have equipped is useful for is fighting these skeleton fellows. You see, it did nearly double the damage that my broadsword did to them. And a hit. Whoa. Oh, goddammit. And one down. Another to go. Bash. 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 And he's down. There, so you see, with that Morning Star, it was far easier to fight those skeleton fellows than with my broadsword. Nonetheless, it was quite a challenge. I had to use 4 Estus Flask charges, and there were a couple of points there where I almost lost. So I don't think I'm going to be heading down this path quite yet. And here we are. And up here, we see the great big raven that brought us here. Hello. Hello, Mrs. Raven. Nice to see you. Can I pet you? I've always wanted. One of the things I've always wanted is a pet raven. Well, not always, but for quite a number of years. When I finally can have them as pets, I've wanted to have a pet raven. They're quite intelligent animals. Uh, Unfortunately, I can't reach high enough to pet you, but nice to see you. Nice to see that you're watching over Eiling Shrine. And over here, how did this fellow die? Did he have someone chasing him? Did someone chase him up here and kill him? Nope, bloodstain's gone. Did he throw a firebomb and it hit too close to him and it killed him? Very strange. Another soul of a lost undead. And that calming music begins to play. I enjoy that music very much. A firebomb. Firebomb. A bisque urn filled with black powder. Explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. And I think I'll... it's already equipped. Oh. Disappeared before I could read it. Alright then. Oh. Just whenever that music comes on, it's always so soothing. It's one of the things that... something that a lot of people don't think about is just how much music can affect how you're feeling. Like, if that music wasn't there, this place wouldn't be nearly as relaxing as it is. Here we have a lady by the name of Anastasia, who is the bonfire keeper for Firelink Shrine, the place we're in. No response. She cannot speak. She can reinforce our Estus Flask. In order to do that, you need an item called a Firekeeper's Soul. No response. She cannot speak. All right. Nice to meet you anyway. Now, here's another path that we can go down if we so desire. Down, 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 down the stairs. And we step onto this elevator. And we enter. No, the name hasn't come up yet. New Londo Ruins. And you can tell just by looking at the place that it's haunted. Well, maybe not quite here, but once you get down into the city. And just like the path with the skeletons, the enemies in this area are rather difficult to fight when one is just starting the game and one is at a low level. So I don't think that I will be taking this particular path. However, I did want to come down here because there are a number of items down here that you can grab without facing any of the particularly strong enemies. That will help you as you progress through the game. And also, there are these fellows here which can be very useful for farming souls. That's 20. And there are a number of them just sitting around, and they are easy to kill. And when you are at a low level, they can provide you with enough souls to level up to a reasonable point. Enough souls for a few of your starting levels. And besides, all of them look to be in quite a miserable state, so maybe it would just be kinder of me to end their lives here. Yes. Except for this fellow here. I never kill this fellow here because he appears to be in a rather serene state. He's happy here, just lying down, looking up at the light coming in through the ceiling. So we leave him alone. And down here, we find someone to talk to. Well, it's rather unfortunate that you're locked up here, old chap. Do you want me to help you get out of here? Maybe I can pry open these iron bars? Truly? Ah, I see. Forge my weapons, eh? So here we find the the earliest available blacksmith. Although not very many people find him because not very many people think to come down here this early in the game. But he is the first blacksmith that you can access upon arriving in Lordran. So, can no weapons that are capable of ascension. You can reinforce your weapons, provided that you have the materials necessary. You see Titanite shards up there in the upper right-hand corner. You need Titanite shards in order to level up your weapons, as it were. Same with armor. And you can't get him to repair my equipment, which requires souls. So I've been using my various weapons, and they've taken a bit of wear and tear, and eventually, if you do not repair your weapons and armor, they will break and become unusable. So I'll just repair whatever damage they've taken. And let's see what he has for purchase. He has a couple of spells and a sorcerer's catalyst. And as I said before, you need a each different type of spell requires an item in order to cast them. So here, these are magic spells. In order to cast a magic spell, you require a catalyst, such as this one right here. However, I am not a mage, and besides, I don't have the souls required to purchase it, so I will forego. Anything else to say? All right then. Well, see you later, old chap. And as I said earlier, there are a few items around here that one can pick up. Ah, here's a gateway. Unfortunately, it is locked. And if you have the master key, you are able to unlock it and head out into this new area. However, I picked the tiny witches. I picked the witch's ring, so instead of the master key, so I'm not able to head this way. Anything over here? No. Hmm. And I do know that there's an item somewhere up along here. Yes, here it is. Soul of a nameless soldier. Anything over here? No. Down there. Oh, the soul of the nameless soldier. That's different than the soul of a lost undead. Soul of a nameless undead soldier who's long ago hollow. Souls are okay, so it's basically the same as soul of a lost undead. Is there anything up here? One very important aspect of RPGs, particularly Japanese RPGs, and an aspect that seems to have disappeared from a lot of present-day video games is the importance of exploring everything. Exploring every nook and cranny for hidden items, hidden treasures. The estoc. The estoc, the largest of the thrusting swords, can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. The blade is also sharp, allowing slicing as well. Unable to wield this weapon effectively with present stats. Yes, so Yes, you need you need the necessary stats in order to wield weapon, and if you don't, uh, hmm, oh, I don't seem to be having all that much of a problem wielding this. Curious. Okay, yes, in order to wield this weapon effectively, I require 12 dexterity. And at present, I only have 11. So this weapon won't be quite as effective. And down over here. Oh, and in this pot is this corpse with a couple of transient curses on it. And I said I wasn't going to go down this path, but there is a particular treasure that I wanted to get. Yes, need curses. You require transient curses in order to make physical contact with the enemies in this area. Otherwise, you can't damage them. Uh, Transient curse. The limb of a victim of a curse. Temporary curse allows engagement with ghosts. The only way to fight back against ghosts who are cursed beings is to become cursed oneself. The safest method, however dreadful, is to cut off an arm of the dead. I've been talking for quite a while. My voice is becoming hoarse. So yes, uh, in regards to the ghosts that inhabit this region, if you do not use a transient curse, they can hit you, but you can't hit them back. Your weapons just pass right through them. So, but when you use this device, this item, and become cursed, your weapons will hit them. And here, hello. Uh, that's some spooky stuff right here. Oof. Even with this curse item, fighting these two isn't going to be easy. On account of the fact that my weapons don't do all that much damage. Oh. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Damn. I got caught by her grab attack. Okay. Well, I said I was going to go down there for an item, but maybe I'll come back once I have a strong weapon. So, that's one path. So I think instead, in order to progress forward, I'm going to go up the side of the cliff, which is, in fact, the easiest path for a beginner. Ah! There's someone up there who's throwing firebombs at me. Ah! All right, you. You think you can throw firebombs at me? I think not. Mm. Ah! And down he goes. Ha! Ha! That's right. Try to throw firebombs at me whilst I'm busy with another enemy, will you? I gave him what for. Mm. One of the things that's rather difficult in this game is jumping. And I want to jump over there on account of the fact that there is, if you can see over there, there's an item that I'd like to get. So, hopefully I manage this better than that fellow over there. And there, I made it. And so now, I want to very carefully edge myself along the edge. Carefully. And we have the item. A ring of sacrifice. Ring of sacrifice. This mystical ring was created in sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. Yeah, so you can equip this ring, and if you die, you won't lose any of your souls or any of your humanity, but you lose the ring. I think I'll save that for another time. There. And now I have to make the jump back across. Whew. It's always a bit nerve-wracking whenever one has to jump anywhere. Another soul of a lost undead. We enter into the aqueduct. And here we find a giant rat. Quite ugly-looking giant rat. Normally I find real-life rats to be rather cute animals. I like them. These fellows, not so much. Did you hear that? There's a bell ringing. That means someone else in my game shard just managed to ring one of the bells of awakening. We can't go this way on account of the door is locked, so we go up here. And we enter into... the Undead Burg. All right, take your time. Oh, there's someone down there. First. Ah! There we are. And there's nothing in here, except for some fun boxes and barrels to smash. Ah! I'm a knight. I really should not be doing this. Be wary of left. One of the things about Dark Souls is that in the game there are a great number of hidden pathways. If you break these barrels, we find one of these hidden pathways. Soul of a Lost Undead. Strange, I thought there was an enemy down here. And these fellows climb up over the walls to attack us. There are also a number of clever hidden ambushes in Dark Souls. Because if you look over here, you find four more enemies hanging off the walls, just waiting to jump out and ambush us. But another thing that I particularly enjoy about the Dark Souls series is that if you pay attention, you're usually able to avoid the ambushes that they set for you. So if you've come down here for the first time and you're not paying attention to where you're going, you'll just walk through here, down onto this bridge area, and not notice these enemies until they've climbed over the wall and are hacking at your limbs. However, if you walk over here and take the time to look around you, you can spot the ambush. First, I think I'll head over this way. There's nothing over here. But again, if you look around, careful about observing your surroundings, you find this hole in the wall. And another soul. Lost Undead. At one point there were stairs leading up this way, but they've been blocked off by boards. So, back down this way. What? How'd he hit me? Knock these two off. And now this ambush of theirs is far easier to deal with. Rubbish. Rubbish with no value. Who in their right mind would bother carrying this around? Perhaps you need help. Maybe I do, rubbish, maybe I do. Hup, 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 up. And up here we get a bit of a better view of this undead burg. One way you can tell if you're capable of going to an area, or if you're not going to an area, is if you can see down there signs that other people have left. So if other people have left signs, it means that they were able to get into that area. So if they were able to get to an area, so can I. So at some point, we're going to be able to get down there ourselves. At some point in the future. Prisoner ahead. Prisoner ahead. Does he mean this guy? Ah, this might have been the enemy I saw down there. Yes, there is this hollow, this particular hollow over here. He starts off down there, and he has a particular quirk of being able to sense you when they're up there, but he can't get to you. So instead, he'll take the same route that we just did. Down that way, across that bridge, down this walkway, climbing up the ladder, then jumping down through this hole in the wall to come face you. And it can be a bit of a surprise if you're not prepared for it. So, onward we trot, and we traverse the white light. Is it a boss? No, it isn't. Just an empty room. Oh, not an empty room. There's an item. A soul of lost undead. And here we see a broken walkway with a room over there. Unfortunately, you cannot jump from this room to that room. I've tried, it doesn't work. So we go up here. Oh boy. And a great big red dragon passes by us and flies off into the distance. I remember when this first happened to me when I first played the game. This really freaked me out. It's one of the favorite things whenever I'm watching a let's play of someone playing this game for the first time. I always enjoy watching their reaction to that big red dragon landing on the bridge and then flying by. There. Oh, a Titanite shard. This is one of the materials that we need in order to level up our equipment. That's very useful. Master. I don't know what he means by that. Be wary of secret. And here we find the Undeadburg bonfire, the first Undeadburg bonfire. Ah. Now, I can get one level. So, oh, I couldn't use the S stock very well due to my low dexterity, so 12 dexterity. It's like a very large rapier, a giant-sized rapier. Hmm. And we open the store here. Out on this balcony, we find a wooden shield. Wooden shield. A vertically elongated wooden shield decorated with a white dragon. Wood shields are lighter than metal shields, but with lower physical damage reduction and reduced shield stability. And we see here, if you remember at the beginning of the stream, I said that not all shields protect you 100% from damage, and you can see right here, physical damage 93, that means it only protects me from 93% of the damage dealt by physical attack. Whereas this tower kite shield protects me from 100% of the physical damage done by an attack. However, it does protect me from 40% of any magic damage done, and 65% of the lightning damage done, whereas this only protects me from 30% and 50% of magic and lightning damage, respectively. So different shields have different abilities, different trade-offs. And over here, we have a couple of hollows with shields and spears. And hollows with shields and spears like to block a lot rather than making a number of attacks, as hollows with swords and shields do. So the best way to, so you see here, I attack him, doesn't do anything, and he just attacks back. So the best way to get past his defenses is to kick him, which gets his shield out of the way. Oop, that wasn't right. But I'm pressing the right button. What the? This isn't strange. For some reason, I'm not. Okay, for some reason, the button isn't performing a kick attack anymore. There we go. It's just when I've equipped the S-Stock. A kick, and that knocks his shield out of the way. Imminent secret. The same thing to this guy, and down he goes. And there is a secret over here. A secret stairway. Over here, you can see with the camera there's an enemy behind these bookcases. Although if he's a hollow, how did he think to drag this bookcase and that box in order to hide himself? I mean, if he's a hollow, he should be mindless and not really have the cunning needed to set up this kind of ambush, so how did he get back there? I don't know. Well, come on out. That's right. Thank you. And out on this balcony here, we find this fellow, who is the Merchant of the Undead Burg. I believe he is just known as the Undead Merchant. All right then. So this fellow has a number of items for sale. Repair powder. This allows you to repair your weapons without a smith. Throwing knives, fire bombs, Lloyd's talismans, the orange guidance soapstone. I want this, so I will buy this. I also want to get the repair box and the bottomless box, as well as the residence key. These are very useful items, however, I'm going to have to get more souls. There's also a number of different weapons. Rapier. Spear. I reckon I'd like the spear, as well as the rapier. Really, I like to have a copy of every type of weapon on me. I also really want to get this short bow. Very useful item, this short bow. I need more souls, though. Got arrows and a different sort of armor. We have here chain armor, and this is useful if you want to use a lighter build than I'm using. I'm using a very heavy build with very heavy armor. However, with this chain armor on, it's much easier to roll about and dodge enemy attacks. So let's see. So I don't have enough souls to purchase quite all the items that I want. So I suppose I'll just pop a few of these. Oh. Yes, yes. Oh, to hell with you. You know what would be easier? Just putting this on my quick items list, or otherwise I have to go into the menu to pop every single one of them. There. And I think that'll do for now. Yes. And over here is another instance of looking out ahead of you and seeing what's up ahead to avoid ambush. We can see 4 hollows over there waiting for us. Look over here, we get a preview of the lower undead berg, which is an area we'll be able to access later on. Be wary of lying in ambush, yes. Oh, there isn't anyone over there. Yeah. All right, lads, come at me. Praise the sun. Hint. Find some throwing knives. And over here is where we're able to jump off onto that wooden platform and get into that building. We weren't able to do it in the room below, but up here, we have enough height to manage it. And bah! Right, I rested at the bonfire, and these hollows are back. Well, I missed that jump, so now I need to go all the way back. Jumping and platforming in this game is quite frustrating. It wasn't very well implemented. And the result, it's quite difficult to do. All right. Jump! And we made it. So... And we head up here onto this balcony, and we find a crossbow and some bolts. Come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have bought the short bow and just gotten this crossbow and some bolts. Oh well. Thank you. Yes, I found him. So we've completed all those side pathways. Oh, and I managed to do so without using any of my Estus flasks. How did this man die? Oh, he fell off. That's a very common occurrence around this area when you're not paying attention, is to easily fall off into the abyss. Be wary of secret. What secret? Now, when you're traveling across this bridge here, it's important to be careful of those hollows up there hurling fireballs at you. Unfortunately, they never run out. You run out, but they never do. So we run, and we enter into this building with a number of enemies waiting for us. So it's important to take them out quickly before they overwhelm you. And I kick, and I stab. Does not open from this side. Mhm. There we go. Fatty? There aren't really any fatties around here, but alright. Be wary of left. Yes, that is a message warning that there's an enemy over here. And some black fire bombs. These are more powerful versions of the regular fire bombs that we picked up earlier. And now that we're up here, we can take our revenge on these rather unchivalrous firebomb throwers. Ah. Mhm. Mm. You know, I just realized a good thing to do before we go any further would probably be to go back and kindle that bonfire. Uh, hmm? Hmm. Because at present, this bonfire here is unkindled, and as a result, when we rest at it, we only get, I believe it's 5 Estus flasks back. Whereas if we were to kindle it, we get 10. Oh, I already had immunity. I didn't need to do that. Oh, but I need to reverse soloing anyway. And the bonfire is now kindled, and we get 10 Estus flasks. Does mean that all the enemies come back and we have to fight them again. Ah. Another light crossbow. And run across the bridge. Ah! What the? They've managed to target me from the other side of the building. Ah! Alright, I was going to leave you three alone this time, but if you're going to throw fireballs at me, I have no choice. Here we are. Ghost ahead. Ghost? Locked. Now, if it's your first time playing the game, you may be tempted simply to rush forward and engage these two right away. However, it is important first go up this tower and take out this crossbowman first, otherwise he's going to be shooting right into your back. Which will make things more difficult than they need to be. And when facing these three, you want to try and lure them out one at a time so you don't have to deal with them all at once. And another Titanite shard. Fantastic. Now, there are two ways we can go. One way is up there. The other way is down here. Now, down here is... Oh, more Estus. Now, down here is a particularly tough enemy that I don't really feel like facing yet. So I'm just going to head up this way. And you can see there's a trap here. This guy is going to knock that barrel over and send it flying at me. Ah! Oh! Oh, God. See, that's how this game is. I knew the trap was there. I knew it was coming. I was still killed anyway. Come on. I swung too soon there. I needed to wait until his attack was over. I think I'm going to have some candy. Okay. Here we go. What the? Where did he come from? Ah! What? Oh, they came from inside this building. Mm, this is good candy. Mm. So does anyone like wine gums? I love wine gums. They're one of my favorite kinds of candy. I always have ever since I was very little. So now, once again, we lure the... What? Where did you come from? Ugh. Any more for any more? Hmm? Anyone else want to sneak up and stab me in the back? Hollow soldier waistcloth. Are there any items that we haven't read? Hmm. Titanite shard for weapon reinforcement. Most common Titanite material reinforces standard weapons to +5. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce them. Hmm. Shortbow, standard projectile weapon. Equip arrows to use. Hold bow and press LB to aim. Aim for the heads of humanoid foes. Press LTRT to change types of arrows. Standard crossbow issued to soldiers, while bows require both hands. A crossbow is held in one, but arming each bolt takes time. Arrows. Waistcloth worn by hollow soldiers. It is so tattered that it barely serves its purpose anymore. Fortunately, now that that trap has been sprung, there is no more barrel, and he can't use it a second time. And so one of the important things to remember about this game is that you need to have patience. I was killed. Moving forward, I'd gotten all the way to that point through this area, and then I died stupidly. But it's important not to quit, and even if you die, just keep on trucking, as the saying goes. Oh! Come here, you. Ha ha! Excellent! Twinkling Titanite and large Titanite. Oh, wrong menu. That creature that I just killed was called a crystal lizard. It's important to kill them on account of the fact that they give you several useful upgrade materials. After this titanite was peeled from its slab, it is said that it received a special power, but the specific nature is not clear. And that's pretty much the same description. So up the tower we go. You're given the option to traverse the white light. And now here we are, the arena of the first boss. The boss isn't out here yet, but it is important, before we start the fight, to head up here, because there are two crossbow-wielding hollows up here that will try to ruin our day. Alright then. So if we had tried to initiate the fight before coming up here and killing them, they'd have been shooting arrows into our back the whole time. So, we march boldly forward, and he jumps from upside the tower. So, first, we run back, climb up the tower again, and we use what we learned fighting the Asylum Demon to jump down and stab him in the head. Oof! Ah! Ah! All right, old chap. Ah! 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 Quite frustrating. All right. All right. Well, everyone, for everyone watching, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I've been talking for quite a while, and my voice is starting to give out. Also, I would like to go eat some supper. So I think I'm going to leave it here for today. I'd like to thank everyone who joined me for this, my first ever stream. I very much appreciate it, and I hope that everyone watching and everyone who will watch in the future has enjoyed themselves. I hope that everyone watching has enjoyed themselves. So, I bid thee farewell.